My tupate. Yeah, no, I think there was just something wrong now with the network, but hopefully we won't have such issues. So I'm going to start because I know we have only have a limited amount of time. I just want to share a screen that I've got here, something that I want us to just can you all see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so what I want us to do before we continue, I want us to firstly just acknowledge the Abu Khan. And so there's a few words that we're going to be learning during this session. The Abu Khan, I know Sebulelo, you know the word Abu Khan. Abu Khan means ancestors. And I think it's always important to recognize that many years ago, there was, for me as a person who identifies very strongly with my Khoi ancestry, for me, this was my ancestors who created this. But for some of you who might not identify with our Khoi ancestors, you can also just recognize that there was a people on this land who created this language and sort of kept it alive through all of the things that happened. And so for me, it's important to acknowledge them and say, Kare. I want us to, so this is going to be a very interactive session. So can I hear the word from you? Even if you just alone, they say Kare. We Kare. Kare. Kare is praise. We praise them. We praise them for having left us this ancestral heritage, this language that is as old as time. But most important too, we carry them and we carry ourselves who have now started this journey, who have started the journey, but will now continue this journey. So there's that word, care. And I want to say care. Before we continue, I hope that everybody just has a pen or a pencil just to write down these words so that tomorrow you may say it again and say it over and over again. So yeah, so we care the Abokhan, the ancestors who created and gave birth to this Govas. And we're going to get to that word later, this language. Then I want us to quickly also just, I want us to sing. I'm not the best singer. I can't sing like John Legend, but I want us to just sing this song. And my kupate, my apologies if my singing is offensive. I'm not the best, but I want us to sing this song. I'm going to start. You see the line here? Sida, Sida, Gera, Swatswa. Sida, Sida, Gera, Swatswa. We are starting again. I'm going to read it to you again, and then I'm going to just put in the tune. If you are able to read it with me, Sida, Sida, it's we, yeah? Sida, Sida,
Sida,
Sida,
Sida,
Gera,
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 Gera.
Swatswa,
Chua.
Swatswa,
What?
Swa. Sida,
Swa, swa.
Sida is us, we, and Tswa is we are starting again. So I'm going to quickly sing, put in the words Sida, Sida, Kera, Tswa. If you are able to sing with me, Sida, Sida,
Ita.
Kera, Tswa. Sida.
Delpha,
Yes?
can you accept my son is waiting for you to
Oh,
admit
it's
him to the
oh,
meeting?
okay. No, absolutely. Let me just see. Where do I make this bigger? Let me just make it. Let me just accept your son, Sibulelo. Where is this? Oh, let me just accepting. Okay.
It's been saying he's waiting for the host.
Oh, okay. No, tell him my apologies. Kubate. I'm going to just accept him.
There you go.
Yeah, let me just see. Where do you now go to accept? We have 40 minutes, so it will have enough time to do some. Uh, Now why am I feeling so silly? Okay, let's continue singing. I'm going to Sida Sida Kera
Era,
Swat Swat
Wadwa, Sida,
Sida
Sida,
Sida
Sida,
Kera
Era,
Swat Swat
Wadwa,
Sida
Sida,
Sida Kera
Era,
Swat Swat Sida. I've accepted him.
Sida, Sida,
Kera
Era,
Swat
Wadwa,
Swat. There we go. Sida Sida. Tavides
Era,
swat
Wadwa.
swat. So now, why do I feel so foolish today with this? Let me just get to this.
No, he's connected. There he
Is
is,
he connected?
Dwengo.
Is he connected? Okay.
Yes.
I want to.
Yes.
I want us to say this word. Koren klare here. Koren klare.
Kare,
I'm writing.
ere.
I'm writing. So I want us just to again. It might be a lot for some. It might not be. This is a safe space. This is not a classroom. This is not a judgmental space. We are again, as I said earlier, we kare. Say that word again. Kare.
Kare,
Kare. Kare.
Kare.
kare,
Kare.
kare.
Our Abu Khan and ourselves for learning this very ancient tongue. Sky, Tavides. And let me see, I'm gonna try and
Davides,
yeah, are you all right?
yeah, we're experiencing load shedding over here. You know how it goes. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, hopefully it will, hopefully we'll be all right, eh? And yeah,
nice to meet you all. Thank you for having me.
no, thank you. Kai Gangas for being here. And then no,
Kijk, gangas.
Sibulela, I want to say your son's name. Nkwengo.
Dwengo,
Nkwengo.
Dwengo.
Nkwengo. Koren kare, which is welcome. So we're going to
Kare,
just
kare.
Koren kare. So we're going to just sing. Okay, as I said earlier, Sky and Nkwengo, please have a pencil, a pen, or a piece of paper and write down these words. So Koren kare. Koren kare. I'm going to do the clicks. Koren kare is welcome. So I welcome all of you and to the session. Let's sing one more time. Sida, Sida,
Sida,
Kera,
era,
Swat, Swat,
Swat, swat.
Sida,
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 Kera,
Kera,
Swat,
Swat,
Swat.
swat.
Kai and Kwengo, this is the
That's the one with
song.
the mark.
It says we are starting again. We are
Again.
starting again. So what I want to do,
Where's the marker?
okay. So you've all,
Oh.
Like in-
I think you have your Khoikhoi reader. And I think that is amazing. Kaisike Gangans for that. I just want to do a little bit of an intro. I want us to, who has heard this word Gangan?
And
Gangan. I know Sibulelo, you've heard it. Sky, you've seen the word Gangan. Alan, you still there? And Nkwenko, Gangan?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Nkwenko, nice to be you here. Gangan, today we know it as thank you. But in 1857, that word also meant to praise you. And so I think it's so interesting, you know, that for us as Africans, that we never just thank people. There was always an interaction that had a relationship. And when we got together and we shared resources, it was in most times from a place of respect. So Gangan is then I thank you, but also if I thank you, I praise you. So I want us to say that word Gangan.
Gangan.
Gan,
Gangan.
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 And the reason again why I want us to say that word, because we are thanking the Abu Khan, the ancestors who have left us with this language, but we're also praising them. And so my challenge to you tomorrow, that when you are in a shop or you with somebody, You, instead of just saying thank you, or you can say Enkosi Kakulu, you can also say Gan. So you say Gan, and then the person is going to be like, now what are you saying? And then you say, I'm praising you, but I'm also thanking you in one of the world's most ancient tongues. And what I want to continue again, for me, this is not just about learning some words. It's partly we're all going to be protecting one of Southern Africa's most Mama Nam. And I'm going to say this,
I got it already.
Mama. So you have all have got the readers. Ma in Khoikhoi means to give. Ma means to give. And when you say
Ma.
ma, and if you say mama, you are saying to give. Nam means tongue. So mama nam means mother tongue. And so I think for me, that's mama nam, when you say mama nam, mama. And it's so interesting because all over in Africa and the world, people use the word mama. And yet we have this language that has this meaning given to the word mama. Ma means to give. Nam is tongue. So we are all hopefully going to be just learning some words. We are protecting one of Southern Africa, but Africa's Mama Nam. So I want us to then, because I could talk a lot, but I want to just talk to a bit of the technicalities of Khoikhoi. That I remember a while back, somebody asked me, now Denver, can you please send me a few Khoi words because I just want to say it at the performance. And I said, no, this is not, you can't just say some words. There are things about Khoikhoi that you have to, I mean, there's some technicalities about this language. There's long vowels. So you can say ma, or you can say ma. And sometimes those long vowels, they change the meaning of the word. It's very interesting. I'm just giving you just some context here. I don't like the word click sounds. Khoikhoi has 4 clicks. And if you know isiXhosa, you already know 3 clicks. So I'm going to write this, but I've got the word here. Kuru. Say kuru. Say kuru.
Uru.
Kuru.
Uru.
I'm going to now just quickly do a session about the clicks because the clicks are very important. A lot of the times people give up because, oh, my tongue can't do the clicks. And it's your tongue can't do the click. There's 2 things with the clicks. It's your tongue and the wind. You are basically manipulating your tongue via wind and energy. And I believe we can all do it. It takes a bit of time. I think it took me probably 2 months to learn the clicks. Like, oh, it took me long. Or now was it a month? But eventually I got there. So, but if you know isiXhosa, I want to say if you have questions, just raise your hands. Ask questions. Remember, we have another session that we're going to do. So don't worry. So there's 4 clicks in Khoikhoi. Again, I prefer to call it kuru because kuru is thunder. And for me, when I say Khoikhoi clicks, it feels like the Abu Khan, the ancestors, it's like a thunder going through my head. Like, whoa, it's I don't know if you've ever seen a car battery that is sort of been left out in the cold, and you know when suddenly you recharge it. And I really should also give you some context about me and why I'm here, but I feel like I'm going to do that for the next one because now we still have 10 more minutes. So kuru, and so the kuru sound, the thunder sound, is that one. You're all writing this down?
Yes.
That I'm gonna also now do the equivalent how it's written in Xhosa, because I think some people have done isiXhosa and they will understand how this is. And so the only difference between Khoikhoi with the clicks is that there's this click. Now, who's got their tongues out there now? Put, so we're gonna do some twisters now with the clicks for those who are struggling. And remember, it's all right to struggle. For me, you know, my mother is a Khoi woman from Graafrenet. My father was somebody that I've never met. But as I got older, I wanted to just connect to Africa, because you go to these sessions about Africa Day and mother tongue and heritage. But if I only speak Afrikaans, if I only have like, people would mock me when I said my name is Denver, and they would say, oh, but Denver, Colorado in the USA. And I would often just feel like, so, you know, like small. And so the journey of language was for me, it was so powerful. And for me, it was just one of the best things. And that's why I'm here. So let's do the clicks quickly. You all have your tongues out, no? Your tongue,
Yes.
your tongue. So
Yes, sir.
that is also the Q click. And
Cute.
and for those, we're gonna try. So for me, when I look at this, just that one, it's you take the top part of the tongue and you press it against. So this is your, let me see here. So this is your tongue, and this is the top part of your tongue, and then you put, this is your tongue now, you put it there, and then you just press it, and it's like just, it's just wind. And then try it. I want to say the clicks for the Kuru are for some a bit of a challenge. For me, it was a challenge. I think it really took me 2 months, because we don't grow up with that. But I want to just encourage everybody to be patient with themselves. If you have never done the clicks, your tongue, oh my word, there's the saying that says the tongue is mightier than the sword is so true when it comes to Khoikhoi. Because the tongue, that tongue can make this. I want to say, these Kuru or clicks are not just clicks, they are sounds in nature. When you walk in the veld, or you walk in the bush, or you go on a hike, I challenge you to just close your eyes. Close your eyes, shut out everything, and just listen to nature. You will hear these Kuru, these click sounds. So let's do the first one. And for those who are starting, who feel, oh, this is too much, overwhelmed, it's all right. Take a deep breath, calm, and now we continue. Say the Q or the exclamation. I want to also say, it's not about doing it right. It's about trying and persevering until you get it. So the first one is that is in Kuru. This one is a bit easier. It's when you clean your tongue. It's the, so can you do that? Is everybody here? Alan, Cindy, Sibolelo, and Kwengo, you can do it.
I'm trying.
That's all good, Cindy, as long as you're trying. So this is the when you use the word, when you say the word hore. This is the click you use. So do the
Ore.
hore. Hore.
Ore.
Hore.
Ore.
Hore. Welcome. I missed you. Hore. I missed you. That is that click.
Ore.
Hore. Oh, and this is also the C clicking is ikosa. So it's like a little mouse eating cheese. Do that? Oh, one of my favorite words with this is ngam. That means love. Oh, it's Valentine's Day. Oh, and
Oh,
ngam.
Nam.
Ngam.
Mama nam.
Ngam.
Nam.
Ngam.
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 Mm.
If you want to say I love you, you can say, let me write it here. You can say ngam du ta ke a. Say ngam du
Nam.
Nam tuta ke
a.
a.
I love you.
Ah.
Ngam
Nam tuta
ta
ke
ke
a.
a. Ngam du ta ke a.
Ke a.
Ngam.
Nam
Ngam.
tuta ke a.
And it's so important that we say this to our loved ones, but for me, also important that we say it to ourselves. Ngam tudake I love you. And to not, I think we often are not taught to say that to love ourselves, but I think it's important. So ngam tudake I love you.
Ah.
I love
If
you.
I want to say I love myself.
Oh, then you can say ngam sen. I'm gonna write it down here. Ngam sen. I love ngam senta. You can say ngam senta. I love myself.
Ngam
Oh.
te sa.
Ngam
Nam
senta.
senta.
I
Nam
love.
te sa.
Yes. Ngam se. Ngam. Ngam senta.
Nam senta.
The ngam. Yeah.
Ngam
Ngam
senta.
I love myself. I love it. And this is the. So I think that's the only click that Isikwasa doesn't have. So it's the, you literally take the top part of your of the this is your top part of your mouth, and you take your tongue, and you basically, like somebody said, it's like when there's peanut butter stuck to the top part of your tongue, and then you try and get rid of it, and it's like
Oh.
let's try that.
Also, in isiXhosa, you pronounce this with an NG, and then that apostrophe and C. One
Yeah.
of those very rare kind of sounds, but yeah.
The sound, the sound.
Mm, mm. Yeah.
And,
Mm.
and
But we don't have words with that sound.
so I'm going to, so we're going to go to place names, but I'm going to share it with you now. And I think learning a language, what for me is so interesting is that there's some words that you can just put into your vocabulary. And now when you go to Table Mountain, you are now going to be able to say the name, the Khoikhoi name of Table Mountain. Uri Uaha. Say Uri, Uri,
Uri.
Uri,
Uaha,
Uri.
Uaha.
Uri Kwacha.
I'm going to say
Uri
Uri
puaha.
Uaha. And Uri Uaha means where the ocean rises. I remember I was doing a session and I was talking about that it's you can call the mountain Table Mountain, and it just has no meaning. It's just like, it just looks like, but when you know the word Uri, which is sea, and Oaha, that means rise or explode. I challenge you, when you stand on Table Mountain and you look down, you will see how the ocean just rises. Has anyone ever seen that? How it just feels like the ocean is gonna come to you and just swallow you?
Mm.
Have you
When
seen?
wake up.
Have you seen?
Yes.
Have you seen?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
And it's so now it's so interesting to know that there's actually a name that was given, Uri Waha, where the
Uri
ocean
puaha.
Waha, where the ocean rises. Ocean. So I think let's just finish the clicks, and tomorrow. Well, I think we're gonna do it either on Saturday. We'll continue with this because there's some other things I wanna teach. But I think for now we're gonna leave with the clicks. I want us to go back to again. I don't like the word clicks. I like to call it uru, uru,
Guru.
uru,
Guru.
uru.
Guru.
It's the click
Uru.
uru,
Uru.
uru,
Guru.
uru. thunder.
Guru.
So we can do the, let's do that click.
Guru.
Guru, guru, guru,
Guru.
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 There you are. and then we do the second one. And we say hore, hore.
Kore. Kore.
And,
Kore.
Ore.
and when you see somebody, you can just say hore, and it basically means I missed you, I longed for you. Hore, 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 I missed,
Kore.
hore, I missed you. And then we do this, the see,
Um.
ngam, ngam,
Mm.
Ngam.
ngam, ngam.
Ngam.
And then we can say ngam tuta ke a.
Hey. Ngam tu
Ngam
take.
tu ta kea.
Ngam
Take. Ngam
Take.
tu. Ngam tu take.
ngam tuta
Ngam.
Center.
Ngam tu ta
ke
kea.
a. Or you can just say ngam senta, which is I love myself. I
Ngam
love
sen
Center.
ta.
this ngam senta. I love myself. And then we do the last one, the
Ngam
Cindy.
desa.
Cindy.
last one.
Denver.
Yes, yes.
Where did Cindy go and Alan? Why don't we hear them?
Cindy, are you all right?
I'm here, but my dog started growling and barking, so I'm muting myself.
Oh,
Want to see? Want to hear say Ngam Center?
yes, Cindy, come. Are you able to say?
Nonsense.
I love it. Come, we carry you, Cindy. We praise you.
Where's Alan? Where's Alan? Why is Alan quiet, Denver?
Alan, are you here? Let me ask to unmute him. Okay, now, Alan, you are here with us, eh? Okay, no, I think Alan might have some technical difficulties. Yeah, okay, no, okay, it's fine. We're gonna do another one of these. So, Ngam Senta, I love myself. And then the last one is
Ngam
Ngam
Center.
sen ta.
Ngam
Ngam
Senta.
Center.
Ngam
Ngam
sen
to
ta.
Ngam
Ngam
Tutake. And then the last
Ngam.
one,
Ngam te.
hore,
Ngam.
hore.
Ah,
I
eh,
miss, I
ah.
long,
Kore.
hore,
Ngam
Ore.
hore. And then the last one is the uri, waha. Uri,
Uri.
Uri.
Uri. Waha.
uri, waha.
Uri. Waha.
Uri. Waha.
Uri. And so now I'm going, there's some other things I want to do, but I'm gonna leave it here because it's a lot. I want us to end of the session by singing again the song Sida Sida
Da.
Era
Kera. Swa.
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 Sida. Sandy, you gonna sing with us, Alan?
Sida.
Era.
Kita.
That's right.
Beta. Sida. Sida. Sida.
Era.
Kera. Da. Soda. Sida.
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 Kera.
That's what's what. Okay, we are starting again. Okay.
Yes.
So what is twatwa?
Starting again. We are
Twatwa.
starting again. Sida is us. Sida is us.
Oh.
And twatwa means we are starting again. Sida. So tomorrow I'm gonna try and go into a bit of tomorrow, I think we're gonna do it on Saturday. We're gonna go into a bit of the vocabulary. But for me now, I just want to introduce a bit. We do the clicks, and then there is something that's very important which you will do on Saturday. Is I need to just show you some of the vocal Not the, what is it here? What is it called? The consonants. The consonants are very important because so this is what we're going to do on Saturday, because this really opens up the language a bit, because when you are able to identify the clicks and you are able to identify the consonants, they really just open Khoikhoi. Then you are able to read and make sense of it. So we'll do that on Saturday. So I think, is there any questions? I can talk a lot.
On Saturday, will it be at 3 o'clock again?
Yes, it will be. What should we do? Yeah, it will be 3 o'clock, because I know in the mornings
Okay.
people are a bit busy, Cindy.
Okay.
Yeah, so it will be.
So it's 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Yes, is
Yeah.
that all right with if you can't make it, it's
Yes.
all right. Okay, we will. Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We've been looking forward to these lessons.
Yes, so we'll do it on Saturday. But I want to say, again, going back to some words here, kare. I want to kare everyone who came out today to be part of the session. I praise you. I also gan, thank you, and I praise you. For me, it's more important that to use bits of these words in your vocabulary. Khoikhoi is not a language like many of our African tongues that are so intelligent and advanced. We can't do one session and then you're gonna just speak. But we can leave you with some words. And for me, that's important. And even if tonight you will remember Gangan, you remember Kare, and you remember Abokhan, then this for me has been a successful evening. Gangan,
Gangan,
Gangan.
Denver. How do you write someone? I have it. There are two of us here. The kids are three that side.
yes.
But Saturday I'll ask each one to connect using their own laptops in their rooms, because I hear them making noise, so that each person is on his room. And there's someone here. He's asking, talk to Denver.
Yes.
She's gonna have to
There
talk with
are two of us this side.
Yes.
I forgot to put off the mic.
Like I can see Kare.
Kare, X.
No, when you write Kare, you start writing
Goodness.
Kare.
two lines.
I forgot
Then
to put
you
off my
write
mic.
Kare. So when you write Khoikhoi, you also do that. Two lines, then Khoi, then two lines, then Khoi.
No, but this one is Kare. Kare.
Oh,
So
Kore.
how do
Yes.
Oh, Kare.
this is Kare. But how do you write Khoikhoi?
Oh, Khoikhoi. Oh, yes. Khoi.
Yeah.
So for me, I prefer the how it was written many years ago. Khoikhoi,
Oh,
which means people of people. And I think people of people, mensa. And I think we were having this I think they're probably gonna switch us off now, but Khoikhoi is also Ubuntu, that we are a person because of people. We are never alone. You are a person because of the people. And I think that is, for me, what I've discovered through Khoikhoi. It has changed how I think of myself as an African, as a Khoi person, but also in relations to everybody I meet, and there's something about this that just reminds you that your responsibility, your kiri arms, is to try as much as possible to be a person of person, to be a people's person, and to just try and do good. I think that for me was ultimately what our Govas, our language was. And so Khoi means people of people. And Khorenkare,
so in other words,
yes,
sorry to interrupt. In other words, we don't have ownership of this concept of Ubuntu. The concept of Ubuntu is actually referring to Khoikhoi people, the people, the nation, that nation. So people, they came, they heard what the Khoikhoi means, and they decided to fly away with it without giving credit to the actual owners of the concept of Ubuntu.
I would think that all African societies, and I think maybe Sibulele, that's why it was so easy for colonial societies to just take from us, because we've always had this philosophy in African societies that we are people of people. I think the concept exists in Khoikhoi, that means people of people, but I would think that all African societies always had this idea that we I think colonial society was just about maybe we're gonna just take, but for us it was always like, you know, yeah, let me be a better person. How do I live with my fellow person? Because that was what Khoikhoi is. And I'm gonna teach you there's some other words that we're gonna do on Saturday that is really nothing has for me. Khoikhoi has changed how I see myself. You know, and how I see the world, how I see Africa, how I see our fellow Africans. It's this word sort of becomes this guiding document on, and I'm still learning, but it guides me as, you know, when you see something, you know, like I'm gonna try and to be a people, you know, like do right as much as possible. And I think for me, I often just believe if South Africa can learn Khoikhoi again, there's so much we can all teach, because this language has got this values of the land that, you know, you don't just take, you also have to give back, and you have to secure for the next generation and protect. And it's all, Khoikhoi really just has all of those elements. And I'm still learning, and it really, I think Sibulelo, the conversation at university was always, is still, how do you decolonize? And there's something about Khoikhoi that absolutely, somebody was talking the other day how Khoikhoi is rooted in a matrilineal society where our women were in charge. Today, so they talk about, oh, we want to center our women, but thousands of years ago, our woman was centered. She was in charge, and we've lost that. And I think there's something about taking that back through Khoikhoi. But I can talk a lot, so I think this thing is probably gonna disconnect us now. Kaisuke Gangans to Gan to everyone. Gan, can we say Gan?
Gan.
Gan, thank you. I praise you.
Then right,
Yes.
can I ask how can we invite more people to this
Oh, I'm gonna.
these sessions?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the link, Sibulelo. I think for this sessions was really just for the people who bought the readers. Yes.
I understand.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I understand.
But
Perfect.
So that was just for those people, but we'll do more of these sessions, and we also know there's some exciting things that's going to happen, and we're not going to talk about it now, but we know there's some exciting things going forward. But I will say Gangans to all of you for joining. I praise you. And tomorrow, if you see, I praise you. Kare, three things. Kare, I praise. Gangan, thank you. Or praise. And then Abokhan. We are doing this always for our ancestors.
Abokhan.
Yes. So
Can I just ask one question before
yes,
you go?
yes.
What is in your name? You always say Taroga. What is that?
Oh, Toro. I was gonna talk about that, but I'm so afraid if this thing cuts us off, we will continue this conversation, because I was gonna do something. Toroha was a name that I took myself. Again, my mother called me Denver, and often people would be like, oh, Denver, Colorado, oh, Denver in the USA. And I would be like, okay, what does that mean? I'm an African, I'm in Africa, I've never been to the US. And then starting this journey of Khoikhoi, I decided I'm gonna give myself a Khoi name, which my mother was deprived of Khoikhoi, could not. Toro means fight, and the Ha means spirit. So Toroha means fighting spirit. but not fighting in a bad way. It's just like resisting, standing up and saying, ah, take. Ooh, I don't want to leave you too much, but I want to say this word, ah, take, ah. We are here.
Hatake.
Ah, ha, take,
Take.
ah.
Ah.
We are here.
We
So
are here.
So Cindy, what I'm gonna do on Saturday, I'm gonna put some words on here, and maybe all of you can maybe decide. I'm going to add Ntwengo. You can say, oh, maybe I can also add a Khoikhoi name to my name and tell people that is, I just for me, it's just finding ways of how to introduce Khoikhoi to our, because people will now call me Torocha and they'll be like you, Cindy, ask, what is Torocha? And then you have this amazing, like your name, Twengo, your name has a story, Sebulelo has a story. And now I took a name Torocha because now my name also has a story. And I think that was just for me.
My name is Namcha.
Ngamcha. Ngamcha.
Yes, Namcha.
The spirit of love. I love that. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Ngamcha. I love that. And so that's a spirit of love. And oh, I'm so
Loving spirits.
and that was when our Khoikhoi people just had a loving spirit. I often say, everybody who came to this land, we loved, we cared for them, we shared our resources. And that is still, I think African societies, we have that ngamcha, that spirit of love, which sadly, yeah, that's another
Was
story.
exploited.
Yes. But we are still the ngamcha people. Cindy, did that answer your question?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
What is your name, Cindy?
My name?
Yes, mine is Namcha. What is your? Delva's is Torocha. Torocha. Yours?
Cindy?
I don't know yet.
Cindy,
Okay, I'll tell you on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna end because so Kare, I praise all of you, and we'll see each other on Saturday at 3. Is that all right?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Kayo suke kan-kans, Cindy, Sebulelo, Ntwengo, Alan, Sebulelo, everybody, yes. Okay. See you on Saturday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good evening. Bye. Kain quiz.
You are mentioning.